Good morning, YouTube. Today, I believe, is going to be day 2. Yesterday was just a little funny clip I did for yesterday on rest day. But today we're actually going to get started, and it's going to be leg day. But I want to start off with the mental health part of all this. And what is your morning routine? As soon as you wake up, what's the first thing you do? But a lot of people out there, the first thing they do is grab their cell phone and emit all that blue light into their eyes. Well, it has been studied and shown that if you actually take an hour to wake up on your own, maybe some light reading or something like that, you'll release more dopamine throughout the day and serotonin and whatnot. What I like to do is hydration. I take all my vitamins and water with electrolytes. I down all that, and then I get a little bit of pre-workout, and I jump straight to the gym. That's the first thing I do in the morning. So some people wouldn't say that I'd be fully natural. I do take TRT. A shout out to Infinite Athlete here. They've hooked me up. I had a baseline testosterone of 222 at the age of 36. So my testosterone was wrecked. And I think that was because I decided to party in my youth when I was in the military, other than take my training serious and my mental health serious. My whole thought on the process is every individual is going to be different. There's not one case where one case will fit every scenario for everybody. Everybody is more deficient in one vitamin than the other, and some people need more testosterone than others. And then you just got the freaks like Sam Solik, the Trend Twins, Mr. Olympian. I mean, I'm sure they're blasting gear out the yazoo, but they do it for their life, and that's what makes them happy, and I can't judge others. I do believe in a little whey protein, like bums dead. I hate eating breakfast in the morning. I got so tired of eating eggs that I actually started eating my eggs raw. I'll eat 2 raw eggs in the morning mixed in with my whey protein, chocolate, usually immediately right after a workout. But then I jump into my 200 grams of protein for the day. And that's going to be a mixed variation of steak, fish, and chicken. Luckily, my fiance works at Longhorn. And so get a nice little 50% discount or some free steak. So I get really lucky in that department. But I do a lot of my own cooking. Rotisserie chicken's an easy go-to. You just have a whole chicken for the day. But I at least try to get a pound and a half of meat. And then follow it up with some rice or veggies. We'll get more into the caloric and bulking later on down the road. Right now I'm still hurt, so the bulking and progressive overloading is something I can't do right now. Doing my best just to maintain what I do have, which I've only started taking this serious in the last 6 months. Everybody's journey starts somewhere, and it all starts personally. I'm not here to tell anyone that you should quit this or do that. I'm going to give you the best information that has worked for me. And that had stopped the drinking. Honestly, it's helped my mental health. I can't tell you how the fat weight just falls off your body after you stop drinking. Everything gets a little easier, and it was not an easy process. I will say that. Everyone's got to work at their own speed and what works for them. But if you need any help or tips, reach out to me, DM me. I will tell you what works for me. But if you are serious about getting in the gym, doing this consistently, day after day after day, getting in your rest days, you're only going to see great results. And no one says it better than Sam Solik, I swear. I mean, you can put in all the science-based lifting all you want, the drug. All right, well, that's my TED Talk for today on your morning routine and vitamins. There'll be so much more information coming down the road. But let's get day 2 undergo, and that's going to be leg day today. Injured. But this is my favorite day now because this is one that I can actually progressive overload a little bit on. I can go a little bit heavier on, and it gives me that good tingly feeling, we all want when we go to the gym. So one thing I never incorporated in my workout too much because I hated it was cardio. Recently, been listening to people like Chris Bumstead and Sam Solik, and I always thought doing cardio during bulking was essentially a bad thing, but it makes sense that you can do 30 minutes worth of cardio and go eat half a sandwich, and you're pretty much going to cover those calories that you burnt doing that cardio. I like to use the cardio for a nice warm up, and also it's going to help you eat better throughout the day. Also great for your vascular system. It's great for your nervous system, and just gets your heart pumping, getting everything and all the blood flowing through your body. So we're going to start with a treadmill. I like to put it on a 15 incline, put it at about 2.3 speed, and start off with 15 minutes of cardio in the morning. And it's that easy. You just walk uphill for 15 minutes. It works. And once again, I'll be doing this with this. The main idea and focus here is to perform all these exercises, but if you feel the slightest pain, tingle, anything, stop. And also I recommend starting with an empty bar. Work your way up a couple pounds at a time to where you feel comfortable and to where you can feel the burn. All right, so let's get started. To start out with a quick set, just see how the body's feeling, seeing how every day is different for you. So to prevent injury, I always like to start with a warm up. Sam Solik likes to go straight into his shit, 4 or 5 plates. Kudos to him, but I can't afford to get hurt. So the idea here, we want to use our upper body, chest, and we're going to leave this out of play. So let's start here. This is going to be our front squat. Began doing those. I just did legs about 3 days ago. I can already feel it. Nice little tight tension in here. So I know I'm not going to go too crazy today, but who knows? You start slowly getting that blood pumped into the legs. I find that it gets actually stronger and easier to lift heavier weights. Also, it's going to give you that confidence if you start off low and it feels light. You're like, hell yeah, stack some more plates on that. So my whole theory behind how many reps, how many sets you should do anything, if it's just a simple movement like the bicep, just going like this, I'm probably going to go for that 8 to 10, maybe 12 range. But for something to reach perfect hypertrophy, see where you're using the whole body's in the play and muscles are being used everywhere, I like to go for the lower 4 to 6 range with the highest reps I can do that comfortably. I know this isn't a large amount of weight using here. Again, I think it's important to take a nice 2-3 minute break, take a walk around the gym, get some water, try to hit the next set. So for our next exercise here, we're gonna do the Bulgarian squat. Just hold the weight in your non-dominant hand or uninjured hand and just knock those out. Use a dumbbell or kettlebell. Back here. It's gonna get your front. Go ahead and grab another kettlebell that's 5 pounds heavier and continue that progressive overload if you feel comfortable. I do not today. So we stay with 30. Again, working on form, technique, which I need a lot of help with. Some weights might be missing. I can't go to 35 because there isn't one. So we're gonna go straight to 40, but we'll get it. I personally think calves are underrated and underused, so I like to go very high rep on these. This is my variation of kettlebell lift. Just take this. So after hitting calves, my favorite right here, the leg press machine. We started at 170, felt really good, so we're gonna go up to 220. Oh yeah, lightweight. Going up to 240. So again, we're keeping it light. Did my 3 different leg variations for the day, but we are gonna finish with 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, and that just helps blow the legs out and get the rest of that cardio in for the day. I'm not gonna put y'all through 15 minutes of Stairmaster walking for boring video content, so I will see you next time.